At Barbrah's fancy apartment on a Sunday mid-morning, I visited a longtime friend of mine at her fairly fancy double apartment in Calambilo. The second-floor based double studio room-sized apartment on a building towering 4 stories was posh enough to have my mental wishes flowing. Navy blue and white striped towering curtains were pressed on the sides at the main entrance and in the windows, with fairly translucent nets left to filter the air coming in. On one end of the room was an inside kitchen with neat wooden cabins and a never-seen-before black sink, with 2 mauve kitchen towels hanging on a nail protruding from one of the cabins. Standing in the kitchen, you could clearly watch her the 50-inch HD LG screen mounted on the wall. I wished I was watching my football on that screen. The picture quality was as clear as the blue skies on a sunny day. Clad in a red strap top and a pair of shorts, walking back and forth between the kitchen area and sitting room, Barbrah and I exchanged pleasantries and a few mockeries about each other's lifestyle, including, but not limited to, why we aren't both married yet, before asking ourselves about the whereabouts of some mutual acquaintances and the last time we had seen our mutual friends, Duncan, Doreen, Paul, and Vanessa. It's been a while since I last saw Vanessa. I noted as she stretched her hand out to pick a wine glass from her cupboard and poured me a half-full, some nearly ice-cold Minute Maid mango. "Are you hungry?" she asked. "I will be in an hour's time," I responded. She laughed as we walked toward her spacious kitchen, with a quick chit-chat about where she buys her groceries and what she cooks most. I was standing in her kitchen with nothing but the sound of the wooden spoon hitting the bottom of the saucepan when she said, "Robert, can I ask you something?" "Yes," I said. "What do you look at first on a woman?" "What do you mean, what do I look at first?" I probed for more. "When they strike you as naturally attractive, what do you look at?" she explained. "When I find a woman attractive, the first thing I look at are the nails." "The nails!" she exclaimed, all looking stunned as if I had said the kidneys. Perhaps she expected a better answer. But yes, the fingernails, and if possible, at such short notice, the toenails. Unfortunately, bad nails are a deal-breaker for me. "Are you serious?" she wondered. "Yeah," I responded before we drowned in a long debate about the physical and abstract attractions of a person. For most men, in many circumstances, their attractions to a woman are often physical before anything less. Their natural intellect, a good sense of humor, and conversational abilities come as necessary pluses. And as you get to know someone more, there could be things or characteristics that become the icing on the cake or smash it wide open to uncover the rot, for lack of a better word, underneath everything that's beautiful on the outside. Forgive my language for using the word rot, in case you find it insensitive. Things like their personal hygiene, their honesty or lack of it, relationship with God or otherwise, how they relate with their family, and their general perspective or views about life in general. These could be a deal-breaker for some. I have come to learn that just like men, women too have physical attractions toward men. Just like their male counterparts, the definition of beauty or handsomeness lies in the eyes of the beholder. They too equally look out for different physical features in the physical attractiveness of a man. For some, it's their height and skin color, among others, while Jackie, a friend of mine, once intimidated that she looks out for the dental formula. But on the bottom line, what one is wearing, shoes, belt, shirt, etc., by Barbrah's own admission, go a long way in ticking certain boxes of who is considered attractive as far as first impressions go. In recent times, unfortunately, though, or not, depending on how you look at it, the wallet has become a major attraction. Whether that attraction is genuine, lust, or just a fantasy is a debate for another day. But it is true that a man with a big or reasonable wallet is considered more attractive than the rest. And if Barbrah's words are anything to go by, he doesn't have to be rich, but should be able to afford life and pay the bills. The debate ended prematurely, with Barbrah rushing to the balcony of her bedroom to rescue her laundry from the skies that were crying tears of joy before she returned to serve lunch. To be continued. Hi, everyone. This is Robert K. Circles. Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast today. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, I'd be incredibly grateful if you could take a moment to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any future episodes. Give us a like on your favorite podcast platform. Leave a comment letting us know what you thought. We love hearing your feedback. And if you know someone who might enjoy the show, please share it with them. Your support means the world to me and helps us reach more listeners. Thanks again for being a part of the Robert K. Circles community. Until next time, take care.